Hey everybody, it's Erin Reed from Erin Reed Makes, and today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks for easy shaker cards. Don't forget to check out the end of the video for all the list for the blog hop. This blog hop is sponsored by Crescent Creations, and there are some giveaways, so make sure you check the end of the video for all of those details. All right, so without further ado, let's jump in and show you all these tips and tricks for simple and easy shaker cards. And don't forget, all supply links are down in the information section. Let's get to card making. So here's our first card that we're going to do today. It is a clear card that's got a shaker insert in it. So to make your see-through card, you're going to need 2 sheets of cardstock that are just a little bit smaller than the actual see-through. This is 4 by 5 1/4, washi taped in the center here. And then pick any really kind of cool die. This is a little poinsettia die. Even if it's a nice, large, beautiful die, it will work just fine. Place it on there and don't forget to washi tape it. Run this through and make sure you do it a couple of times because we're going through 2 sheets of paper. You want to make sure that you get a nice, good, clean cut each time. So your die comes out, make sure you start pulling out all little pieces and be very, very gentle when you pull out the washi tape. So you have the inside parts to your card, and you also have the die that popped out of there. So we're basically just going to be laying this portion back inside, and then the portion that you're going to see in the card, as soon as I got this laid in here the right way. Note to self, arrange the die before you start filming. So we're going to be using this Duralar paper from Graphics. This is a clear film. This one happens to be 0.005. So I've cut out a standard A2 size card. So it's 8.5 by 5.5, and we're just going to fold it in half. And this is going to make our clear card. So put the 2 pieces up together, get a nice good bone folder, and give it a really, really good crease. Make sure you have your pieces lined up because it's really hard to fix the crease if you don't have it correct. So good crease. And now this is your card. It just is something a little different than your normal card. So basically you want to place this on top, whatever your piece is, and you got to think, okay, I want my shaker bits basically to be in here. So I have this giant roll of foam adhesive, and you want to make sure it's thick enough so that when you put your foam adhesive on and you make your shaker window section, like your pocket for your bits, that it's not too narrow that they get stuck. So if you got really flat pieces, don't worry about it. If you've got thicker pieces, you need thicker tape. And don't worry about being able to see the tape. We're going to be covering that up. And if you make a boo-boo, this is why you want to have this nearby. Basically, you want to be able to not be able to see your tape from the front of the card. So continue adding your tape down the sides and also to the bottom. Make sure you're filling in all of the spaces so you don't have any gaps or pockets where you might have some of your shaker bits escape. And for the parts you're not worried about where the shaker bits are, but you want to make sure it doesn't lay flat, just fill in with random pieces of foam tape. And then do a double check. Just make sure everything looks good. You still have a chance to kind of tweak and to amend your shaker card. Like I see a little spot right here. I just need to pull this down a tiny bit more. It's not going to be super noticeable, but it's enough that it bothers me. So I want to be careful of that. All right, so now this is where our shaker parts are going to go. We also need to make sure that things don't fly out of here. So we're going to add adhesive and a shaker window to this section as well. So I'm going to go through here, add adhesive to my entire card, and take another piece of the clear plastic, cleanly place this on top. If you're not perfect, guess what? It's see-through. Nobody's gonna really know the difference. And then make sure that's good to go. And then you can see that there's gonna be a little pocket that's in there, and that's the place where you're gonna put all of your shaker bits. I'm choosing to use this Metallics Jewel Mix from Crescent Creation. It's really cute. So I'm just gonna open it up, place a decent amount. You want to make sure that it has enough of a shaker but not too crazy, and then gently start peeling. Cover to your foam tape off. Just a little side note, it's handy to have a little trash can nearby when you have all your little pieces so you have an easy place to throw everything away. So now we have all of these put down. Make sure you put your front card facing down and do it very gently. This is the part where you have to kind of hold your fingers and make sure you don't misalign anything. Just press it down and there's your little shaker parts. Now, you could totally leave your card just like this, but remember, the die cut piece, instead of just leaving this big open shape, which totally works, you can also place another shape on top. And when you open up your card, you have all this gunk. You don't want to see all this gunk. That's why we cut a second sheet of paper. So just add adhesive to the back side of your second piece of paper and line it up perfectly on the back to cover up all of the back side of the card that you don't want to see. See, it's like you don't even see it. It's like it's not even there. So here's our front side of the card. You open it up and there's the inside of your card. Amazing. So place your die cut piece inside your Xyron sticker maker, pull it through, tear it, and then peel off the front plastic. I like to run my finger across the top just to make sure I get any of the sticky bits that are not underneath but kind of laying on top, the cobwebs, quote unquote, and then peel it off and place it on your card. Because that sticker made it look so completely transparent, you do not even see the sticky bits from inside of the card. So it works out awesome. Place a little bit of adhesive and place it on your card, and your first clear shaker card is all done. Isn't that fun? So our second card is using fun shapes like these rainbow sprinkle shapes and matching it to the paper and also to the theme of the card. And this is a hand cut cloud that we're gonna make to make this really cute rainbow card. I cut out 2 sheets of paper that are 2.5 by 3.5, and I'm going to place just a square nested die, a nice small one that fits on there. And we're only going to place it on one side. So this is a great way to use up just some of your basic dies to make a shaker card. No fancy things needed. And then just die cut this out. So we have the front of our shaker, and then we have the back, and this is the window. So we need to make all of our tape, and this time I'm going to use something a little thinner. Whatever type of foam tape you happen to have works great. And then just make sure you go around the perimeter. Now we're gonna place our cover, our little vellum color on the front. So add your adhesive going all the way around the edges and then place this on top. And if there's any little extras, just come in with your scissors and then just trim that off or leave it. It's clear, nobody's gonna see it. But if it bugs you, just do a little trim and you're good to go. So for this shaker, I chose to do white because we're putting really pretty colorful bits inside of here. So we're making the theme rainbow. So it's gonna have the cloud on top. I'll do about half, I don't wanna overdo it. So get a couple of good cards out of one of these. Make sure this is nice and flat, so each one of these pieces has their own little section. Just kind of shake it and move it around. You could always do a very small section of rainbows and then amp it up with a few colored sequins that match the colors. This is where you gotta be careful, pull off, add it to your little trash pile. The trash is easy. Make sure none of your little bits are sticking to the side, and make sure you have no holes. That's the big thing with any of these shaker cards. You wanna make sure that you don't have any holes or any gaps. That way the pieces don't fall out. Keep your fingers crossed, make sure everything is laying nice and flat. One last check. Make sure you're putting it with the clean side up, and then create a little shaker window. And there it is, that's your little above shaker. And this is an easy one to make because you don't need anything fancy besides just the shape, and you could do that in a circle, square, rectangle. This one happens to be a rectangle. Then just assemble your card. I picked a rainbow colored background paper to match with the shaker bits that are on there. And because it's a rectangle, it doesn't matter which way it goes up or down. So just flip over. This is my template for my little cloud. So I want to place this so that our little cloud goes right here, and then it looks like we have little rainbow pieces coming off. So I'm going to use that as my guide, so it fits on there quite nicely. So you can trace this or just hold it in place, and you can get this printable that I have, this cloud printable. It's a free printable on my website, so a link is down in the information. Put this in your checkout, and it is absolutely free. So before you stick down your cloud, you want to make sure that it doesn't have any problems up top here. So just take a little bit of the extra foam tape that you have and give it a couple strips up the top. Double check that it doesn't stick off anywhere. I have one little guy that's a little too long, so let's pull this one up and make it a little smaller. Don't forget to peel off all of your tops of your foam tape. We're gonna add a little adhesive to the bottom of our cloud because it's actually gonna stick right here, and then place it on. Add in a cutie little kawaii face. Everybody loves a cutie face. And then a couple other different types of shaker sprinkles. This is from the pastel collection, and just a couple of dots of glue, and just slide those into place, and they act like little cutie cheeks. Just let those kind of dry, and then lastly, add your sentiment. This is a happy birthday stamp from one of the Lawn Fawn sets. There's lots of really cute happy birthday sentiments through all of those different sets. And just stamping it on the matching blue paper as the cloud, and give it a little fishtail, and then stick it onto your card. And here is our cutie rainbow card. So another way that you can use your really cute rainbow sprinkles is matching them to some of the shapes that are on the card, like this fun little rainbow. This next card is super cute. It's got a little peekaboo window because when you open it up, you're actually seeing the inside. So not only do you have the acetate from here, but you have it from the front side. So it's a little peekaboo window. We're using some of the shaker bits that are from Crescent Creations. Here is some of the little midnight colors that are in there. This is a video that I've made previously. So here's a small snippet of how to make this. If you want to check out the entire video of how to make this really cute card, make sure you go check out the link down below for the Sea Otter shaker card. I do have to admit this cutie card is so adorable because it's got that little something extra special on the inside with that little porthole on the front. This next card is playing around with a scallop circle and also an internal scallop to make the shaker element the focal point of the entire card, and the inside elements, the shaker elements, which are the little pastels, match the outer pattern paper that is actually hand stamped. Again, this is another video that I did earlier, and so you can check out the link of how to make this card. This is just a small snippet. The link for the You Are the Sweetest shaker card is down in the information section. This next card uses a clean front, so the entire shaker piece is hidden behind the front panel, and it also has a overlay piece on there. So the pattern paper is behind, and then your shaker bit is in the middle with a solid cardstock on the front. This main piece that we've just cut a circle out of, so this is just one of the nesting circles, is gonna be the top portion of it. So I've got my A2 size card, and this time I have some pattern paper that matches the cutie little love letter clay bits that are there. So it's like message of love. Major, are you making noises while I'm videoing? Huh? Is that you? Is that you? Are you gonna be good now? Yeah, you gonna be good? Okay. So just had a little communication with my dog. I think he's gonna be better now. Less little noises in the background. We'll see. Back to, we have clay bits that match little love letters because there's little hearts on these little clay shaker bits. So let's add our background down first. So I'm placing the first foam strip at the bottom, making sure we've got plenty of room, and we do. And then just making sure we do the full space going all the way up and then following all the way around. And just like last time, all little extra bits at the bottom that are the strips just go down right there. So this is now our new space that we're gonna be putting our acetate. So I already cut this out. I think it goes this way, there we go. So this goes right here, and it fits this nice big space. I probably went way too big, but I'd rather be a little safe than sorry, because that just fits right there. Then just peel off first just the top section of your shaker area. I don't want to do all of it right now because the only thing we're going to be adding right now is our acetate. Actually, I got to do this first layer, otherwise it won't fit. And then just place that down, make sure everything is nice and good, and voila, shaker bits. And then now I'm going to pull off the rest of the strips here, and we're going to lay our top cover piece down. I always have to check to make sure it's sticky, that I didn't miss one. And now come in and lay, actually I'm going to flip this over because I had a little smudge on the other side, and then lay this down. So now we've got a top cover piece, and our shaker is kind of nested on the inside, so it's kind of hidden inside of there. And lastly, I just cut out a little heart, so we have a little white heart, and then I have a little saying, happy in my heart for you. So it's just kind of adding a little note to it. Now we're gonna add some layers on top. And you could do that in a different color, but I really wanted the shaker bits and then the sentiment to really be the top thing. So left everything nice, clean, and white. And if you wanted to do a stitch border die on that front card to really make that pop more, you totally could as well. So this card is super simple to make because all you need is one die, a circle die, or you could use any other shape, and then a little bit of some foam dots to make a really sweet shaker card that is super simple to make. These next two cards are very similar in the fact that they have both a rectangular surface on the front, and both of them have a pop-up window. So the shaker window is sitting on top of the card. They both also have an overlay. This one is a die cut with a full little embellishment in the corner, and this one has vinyl. Both these cards were made previously in full detailed videos, and you can find the link down below in the Halloween Eek card and also in the Live in Full Bloom. Links for both of these videos are down in the information section. These next starter cards are all about having a shape for a die. So these are fancy shapes that you can get. They usually come as kits, and then inside you can pair it up with some really fun shaker bits. And this one's the shape of a vase, and you can see the pastel circles inside here. This one's in the shape of a cutie little honeybee, and again, more of those pastel colors inside. This one's even a fun fold card. Or why not a cute little margarita, and inside the limes, the little fruit shaker bits that you can find at Crescent Creations. You can find links to all 3 of these and a full-blown tutorial for each one of these down in the information section. Giveaway time. All right, so this is part of a wonderful blog hop by Crescent Creations. This is a new little store that has wonderful supplies for card making. A link to the next person is down in the information section, and so hop on over, leave a comment to all these wonderful YouTubers and bloggers because they are all using products from Crescent Creations. There are 4, get it? 4 giveaways that are available. By all you need to do is leaving a comment, and they are $25 gift certificates to the store. So don't forget to hop on over, leave your comment on my channel and also theirs. And it would be an awesome thing if you gave the videos a thumbs up and also subscribe. That would be totally amazing. So thank you so much for stopping by and learning how to make these super fast and easy shaker cards with supplies of your own and all these really cute shaker bits from Crescent Creations. Don't forget, all supply links are down in the information section. Make sure you check out the videos that you see here on the side. They are so fun and awesome, and they have lots of good tips and tricks in them as well. And please don't forget to stay safe and just create. Bye, everybody. Shake your card thing, shake your card thing. What? I can't sing, but I just couldn't help it. They're too much fun.